Hi, welcome along to Arsenal Fan TV, and this is the aftermath. Hey, 3 points on Saturday. That was what it was all about. 3 points. I say that now, but I must admit that when I was watching that game on Saturday in the stands, I was a very, very worried man at the end of the game. I mean, basically, it wasn't a good performance by Arsenal. Started off well, had loads of possession. Fulham went down to 10 men. We scored a goal, and I thought to myself, here we go, 3-4-0, confidence boosting win. It wasn't to be. Arsenal messed about, passed and tried to, literally pass the ball into the back of the net. It didn't work out, and the classic thing happened, which all teams do when they're down to 10 men or when they're losing 1-0. They wait until about the last 15 minutes, and then they had a right go at us. And I'll tell you what, on another day, possibly we could have dropped a couple of points there. But listen, got to take our hats off to the boys. At this stage of the season, it's not about how great the result is. It's all about 3 points. 3 points. And as it turned out, those were 3 absolutely vital points, with Chelsea dropping points yesterday. So, hats off to that. I think, you know what? When I'm assessing these performances at the moment, when I look at it, I think the difference at the moment between now and earlier on in the season is our defence. We are defending a lot better than what we were earlier on in the season. And I think the difference has been that Koscielny-Mertesacker partnership. That is the difference. Those two guys are gelling. You know, they had lots of corners to deal with, etc. on Saturday, and they dealt with them all well. I thought Mertesacker, he was the man of the match. He was awesome. Koscielny was excellent as well. Not so great from Sanya and Monreal, but they still defended pretty well. Didn't do as well getting forward, but the defence on Saturday and on the past few games has been very solid, and that's the difference. If you can have a game that's tight and you're not playing well, but your defence defends well, your goalkeeper performs properly, you can get a result out of this game. Man United have been doing that all season. They've had loads of games this season, United, where they haven't played that great, but their defence has kept them in the game, and then they've had that extra firepower up front that has then turned the game in their favour. So I've been really, really pleased with our defence recently, and I think if we're going to get into the Champions League, that is the key. We've got to keep defending really, really well, really solidly, and we'll make it. Got to speak about the games yesterday. Man City versus Tottenham. I was watching the game, 1-0 to Man City. I'm thinking, hey, Man City early goal. They're going to at least get a draw here. I even tweeted out and said I'd do the Poznan live on Aftermath if City won the game. It wasn't to be. I mean, that second half performance by Man City yesterday, they just rolled over and died. I mean, it was a typical performance to me of a team that had nothing to play for. Listen, don't get me wrong. You've got to take your hats off to Spurs. They kept going. They went for it. They scored 3 goals. They beat City 3-1. I weren't expecting that. You've got to take your hat off to them. But I just felt yesterday that Man City, they just rolled over and died. They didn't really try. Even when Tottenham got a goal back, they didn't bring on Aguero. They opted to just, bring on Sinclair. I mean, I'm sorry, they didn't go for it. I hope that that's going to be the attitude of Man United when they come down on Sunday with the league already won. Somehow I think Fergie won't set his team up like that, but I hope that will be the attitude. And then Liverpool, listen, they showed a bit more bite. Get it? Bit more bite? But they did us a real big favour yesterday by beating Chelsea. Now, I'm telling you, that was 2 massive points dropped by Chelsea. And remember, within the running, when we look at this running, Chelsea and Tottenham still got to play each other. Chelsea still got to play Man United. Could it be Chelsea that's going to be that team that's going to drop out? I mean, our last 4 games, Man United away. Man United at home. Man United at home next week. Tough game. But if we could win that game, the next 2 games after that, QPR away, come on, we got to get a result there, surely. Even Sunderland beat them at home. Wigan at home. All right, they'll be fighting for their lives, but we got them at home. And in Newcastle away, Sunderland beat them away at their place as well. Winnable games for Arsenal. Tough against Man United, but we don't know what sort of frame of mind United are going to come in. But it'll be tough. But if you look at the other guys, Spurs and Chelsea, particularly Chelsea, they're running. We've got a real chance. Let's just stay consistent. Let's just keep that defence tight, and we will make that top four. But it's definitely very tight. Let me get into the tweets and see what you guys are saying about the game on Saturday. Gooners says, terrible performance against 10 men, but we have to be proud of the way the team hung on for the 3 points. The defence was fantastic. I agree with you entirely. Well done to the defence. They're keeping us in it at the moment. Dan Cushing said, a poor game, but we found a way to win. The team doesn't know how to lose at the moment, which is a great attitude to have. Win our 4 games and we will get Champions League. I agree with you. I'm not sure how it works out mathematically, but if we win those 4 games, I think we're absolutely assured. It's in our own hands, really. Jamin says, we have a solid defence, midfield and backline. The injection of a healthy Wilshere and Podolski up top should see us win out. Hayden Gurman says, making a top 4 will definitely be close. Definitely. He said, it's in our hands with Chelsea and Spurs playing each other. That's the key game. That is really key because somebody's going to take points off of somebody there. He said, I think we'll make it. Liam said, poor performance, but 3 points considering the result on Sunday is big. All the pressure is on Chelsea versus Spurs game now. If we can keep it up, definitely. Wilshere says, big 3 points after Spurs won yesterday. Can see us can see it going between us and Spurs for 3rd due to Chelsea's fixture list. Definitely Chelsea got a hard running. They got United. They just had Liverpool yesterday. You saw how tough a game that was for them. They got a hard running. Danny Meehan said, poor performance again. Somehow we got away with many errors. Let's hope we improve for next week Sunday or we'll get smashed. We got to play better than that next week Sunday. Definitely. Hashtag Team Windy says, we controlled the game, but we looked like we were scared to shoot and make chances, and I still think we'll get top 4. That is so true. Why don't we shoot? I mean, how many times? There was one chance in the game where Cazorla was guilty of it. I mean, instead of having a shot, the extra pass, shoot! Have a shot. What's the matter with these guys sometimes? I'll tell you what, if Lampard played for Arsenal, he'd probably score 30 goals a season because he's not going to hesitate to shoot, but these guys, it's like they don't want to shoot. Oh, I'll tell you, I can't understand it. Fluerto Zuka says, calm and tired Arsenal, great spirit from defence and dangerous Fulham. Fulham were dangerous, especially towards the end of that game. They were very dangerous. Jack Knight said, it wasn't our best game. I like Giroud, but we still need a world-class striker, definitely. He said he's 50-50 on the top 4 now after that Spurs result. Ari Gabriel says, man of the match was the lineswoman. He said, over the years, we've lost many points due to poor decisions and the top 4 is looking possible. That's true. Well done to the lineswoman. I mean, I was scared when that goal went in, but she waved offside and it was in a mile offside. Well done to her for getting that spot on. David Waite says, didn't think we played well, but we got the 3 points. We need to up our tempo and play a lot better against United. And finally, Niall Duffy says, not a great performance. Build-up play very slow, but we got the result. Any chance of an 18th birthday shout out to you? Happy birthday to you, Niall Duffy. Happy 18th birthday. And I hope that we'll be all celebrating together come the next 4 games when we get into the top 4. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to get into that top 4 because we got to hand it to the Spuds. They pulled off a big win yesterday, even though I thought City just laid over and died. But it was a big result by Spurs yesterday. Liverpool, though, done us a favour. Suarez, thank you, mate. You done us. I'll let you off the biting incident because you done us a favour getting that last-minute goal in the 7th minute, and that will really kind of demoralise Chelsea. But it's going to be so close. Listen, you've got 3 quality teams going for that spot. It's whoever slips up. We've got to keep our nerve and we'll get there. Listen, Don't forget to check out all of our videos for the weekend. Had some excellent videos as usual. Bully's there. Mark, our nervous Gooner, was there. We got some brilliant videos. Make sure you check those out. Also, I've got to say a big mention to Red Action. Thank you very much for your hospitality on Saturday. We went on the boat trip, which went from Embankment Pier up and down the Thames. It was lovely sunny weather. We've done some great interviews on that day as well. You make sure you check that out. We interviewed the organizer, Raymond from Red Action. We spoke to some guys from the Black Scarf Movement, some fans. We filmed fans singing. A lot of those fans, I don't know how they got into the Fulham game because they were pretty tipsy when they got off of that boat. But that was such an incredible idea, whoever came up with that. There was 3 boats actually sailing down the Thames full of Gooners. It was absolutely incredible. They were singing and chanting all the way down. All the people standing on the banks were just looking and thinking, hey, hey. It was incredible. Brilliant, brilliant day I had with that boat trip. And I'll tell you what, we'll be back next year, definitely. Don't forget to subscribe to us. Subscribe to us and you get all the videos sent to you straight away. Thank you for everybody who's been subscribing to us. We're nearly on 10,000 subscribers in such a short space of time, and we really, really appreciate it. And don't forget our competition. I mentioned it last week, mentioning it again here. If you've got an Arsenal tattoo, take a picture of it and send it to us. The best one is going to win himself a super Jack Wilshere t-shirt, right? Best Arsenal tattoo, original one. Listen, just take a picture of your tattoo and send it to us. And the best one is going to win yourself one of those Jack Wilshere t-shirts. Thank you for watching the Aftermath today. We'll be back next week. It's the big one, Arsenal versus Manchester United. Robin van Persie returning to Arsenal. I'm sure you're all going to give him such a warm welcome.